What do you drink?
Chicken. Yeah, my little Peter. Yeah, this is full of sparkling water.
Oh, nice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome
None?
to SmashBoxxTV's Game Night number 7. Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, along with Johnny V. Johnny, we're here for another Thursday night.
I love that music. I just want to dance.
Nobody wants you to dance. No one has asked you to dance. That's a different show.
Oh, yes. That's
A
late,
show no
late,
one watches.
late Sunday night. No one watches that one.
No one's watching. Well, we're here for Game Night number 7. We've had a lot of really fun weeks. Just thinking about the craziness that we had last week. We had actually 4 competitors all coming in from one household. And, yeah, I wonder how this last week went among them as the fallout of that. But I did see someone make good on his bet.
We saw Jeff Hungerford drink the kinky liquor. That just looked really bad. And he looked like he didn't enjoy it. So bet solved.
Yeah, and at this point moving forward, I will not be suggesting any kinky. If that is something that our contestants are part of, that is entirely on them. We do not condone or endorse any kinky here on the show. All right, so tonight we're going to have a great group joining us. We've got Paige Pierce, Alyssa Van Lannen, along with Missy and Tom, who are coming in from New York. So we've got a little bit of...
We're on each hit
coast.
The East Coast, the West Coast, and right here in the Midwest.
We are in the Midwest. Well, so hopefully you guys will go out and share the link. But for now, I think we can welcome our guests to the SmashBoxx Studios. Hello, everyone.
Hey! Hello. Hello.
We were just mentioning we are coast to coast tonight, all the way from the East Coast out in California, or I'm sorry, the East Coast out in New York, all the way to the West Coast of California, and everywhere in between. Let's start with Missy and Tom. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. I'm great. You're great.
Doing
We're
good.
So last time we saw you guys, it was unfortunately way back at the Waco Annual Charity Open in the beginning of March. And you guys are on the road full-time disc golf, just like we have so many of our other touring professionals. Where did you go, and then kind of what made your decisions for the direction you headed?
Yeah, well, so it was everything happened so quickly, right? And so we were in Waco, already sort of talking it out. I know, we were in the parking lot with Paige, Alyssa, and a bunch of pros, just kind of like starting to talk about it and figure out what we're going to do. And, and the impact of it didn't really set in, I don't think. Like, we didn't really understand, like, what the future was going to hold, because it was also new. And so then we left Texas and met up with Paige, Alyssa, and a bunch of other people in Arkansas, again, just to sort of like take a second and take a week to kind of figure stuff out. And then, as things developed, we decided, well, this is going to be longer than, we might have anticipated. And so then we decided it was just in our best interest to get back and, see family and be back sort of where we have some roots. And then we decided to go to New York. So, it was scary. It was a lot of unknowns. And so that just felt the most comfortable for us.
Now, naturally, a lot of people would say, New York, why in the world are you going to New York, knowing that it was the epicenter? But give everyone the geography of exactly, we don't need your coordinates, but give everyone the rough geography of where you're at.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of most of the numbers are coming out of New York City, and we are not from New York City. We are, at least 2 hours or 2.5 hours north of there. So we're still kind of close, but I think we are definitely seeing less of an impact, thankfully, in our region. So, that was also, we talked about that. We had heard all the numbers, and we understood that it was mostly New York City, but again, we didn't really know what the future held and, how things were going to sort of unfold. But again, it's just more comfortable for us to be nearby family, and it just made the most sense for us.
Well, needless to say, you're safe, and hopefully we're going to be seeing more of you, Missy, in the next few days. I know the Disc Golf Pro Tour putting competition, the virtual putting competition, is in its second night. It's, I think, just about wrapping up its second night as we speak. And on the FPO side, I have to think you're going to be one of the favorites. So we might be talking more in the next couple of weeks. Looking forward to it. All right, we'll move over to the other coast. We've seen plenty of content out of you guys. You're not overworked? This is supposed to be like downtime. What's going on, guys?
This is going to be downtime, right? We're about to play a game.
Oh, okay. So Avocado Open is fresh on everybody's minds. Paige, Alyssa, for both of you, what kind of a learning experience was it for you guys?
I mean, from every aspect of it, we really didn't understand how much we were taking on, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Like all of a sudden we're like, oh, we don't even have a song. We don't have a logo. We don't have anything. We're not a media company. Right? So it wasn't just like we filmed every shot, we edited the shot by shot, but like every tiny little detail that you guys already have when you have this company already set and you're doing this every week, we literally started from zero.
Yeah. And it turned into something like way bigger than I thought it was going. Like we literally were just like, let's just film around and like let's invite Steve and Philo over. You know,
then we're like, how do we get them to come? Like there has to be some incentive. How do we, how can we build up a purse or something, or like who can we get to come film? And then we're like, we can't really invite more people here.
Yeah.
Like we want it to be still social distancing and still like following these guidelines. So I guess we're going to do everything ourselves.
Yeah. And they're both pretty close by. And so I sent out a feeler message to them on Facebook and they both expressed some interest, but they still needed convincing. So I got on the phone and I went to town, like just trying to get sponsors. And actually every company that I asked wanted to be a part of it, that there's just this like desire for media, disc golf media right now. And so every company that we contacted wanted to be a part of it. And next thing you knew, we had $3,600 raised. And so when I sent a follow-up message back to Rico and Philo, they're like, oh, yeah. So we put it on, and like Alyssa said, it was just, even after we filmed it and imported the videos, we saw how many thousands of clips we had, and then like trying to put it together, we were like, whoa, this is crazy. So the first 3 days we spent 13-hour shifts editing, just putting the clips together. And that was before Alyssa even had the idea like, oh, we need an intro for the video. Like, wow, looking at the way that you guys make videos, each company has, like a 40-second intro, and then they have an outro, and they have a song that plays every time the drone flies over, and they have, all these little details. So yeah, just kind of started studying. A lot of times I walked into this office and caught Alyssa studying like Parsave's videos and Jomez's videos.
Well, even down to like when you're cutting the clips, I edited the first 3 holes and then played them back and realized there's no time to breathe. Like if you just cut the clips right next to each other, like you can't feel what it was like to actually be there. It's just like chop, 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 chop. So then I'm like, okay, what do other people do? And you guys show a little bit more of like switching places and okay, take your disc out of your bag and like leaving room for that so you can actually like breathe watching it. Otherwise it was like watching someone sprint and it's no fun to watch, things like that I had never even thought about before.
Lots of individuality. Every company and group has their own style, and then all the different pieces and components that go into it. And then you have the post-production beast that you guys tackled. Live is obviously a different beast, and yeah, that's all for another podcast that we should dissect that more. But it's awesome work.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome work by you guys. I know the entire disc golf community. We sat here right in Johnny's basement and watched a bunch of it. So thank you for stepping up and doing all that, and hope it was enlightening as it seems like it was for you guys. That's awesome. All right.
Enough talking about work.
Yeah,
we've had enough
now.
work. We're gonna hit the button. We're gonna hit the button to play. So I hope everybody has their devices ready. Just so the audience knows, we're gonna play with only 6 people tonight for the first. We're gonna try this because we haven't done this before. So once we go in, the code will be open for all the audience members. So get that ready. Remember, you can go to SmashBoxxTV. So I'm gonna hit this. Everybody's in, and we're gonna see what happens.
We'll see, and hopefully a question will pop up here in just a few moments. Again, you guys will be asked 2 questions. You'll have about 1 total minute to answer them both once they pop up.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous, Terry.
Okay, I'm not.
Oh. Okay.
All right, get ready. Watch your screen.
Yep, just your screen. BMIJ for the audience members. You can join in and play. BMIJ.
So watch the screen that you will be answering on, and I think it's just getting ready.
In just a second. Round number 1. If you don't see something on your screen in about 30 seconds, then we'll know. It should be coming up.
Oh, gosh,
got it.
All right. Points are based on percentage of players who like your answer. All right, everybody, your devices should start showing in any second now.
What?
Everybody in?
Yep. So just answer the question, and you'll be set.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. I don't know. We got 50 seconds, so take your time. Again, remember, again, you're probably playing more towards the audience. So, and our audience is really smart, so they're definitely...
I have no idea. No idea.
All right. Yep. You got 20 seconds. We see Tom is in. Johnny V is in. We have us. The 2 of us have answered our questions. We got 10 seconds, so get your final answers in. In 5. There's DG Guy. 3, 2, 1.
I wasn't done timing it.
It'll
a lot of
take
times
whatever you
it'll take whatever was
answered.
in there as the answer. All right, everybody.
So we will read through these and see how they match up. First question that came through was a good name for a Christian water park. Angels Falls or Water and Wine Times with Jesus?
We got to answer this one.
Yep, you get to. No, you don't have to answer it. You get to vote on. You get to vote on which question you think or which answer.
Yeah, that you liked better.
Yep. DG Guy takes that one over Tom.
I like yours, Tom, actually.
Yep.
All right, the next question that came through.
The worst thing to say during your Oscar award speech. I got it from Moo. I'm sorry, I have to pee. Everybody gets to vote, and then the audience votes as well.
I got it from Moo.
I'm guessing that got cut off.
I'm guessing that got cut off.
From Alyssa. Alyssa, what were you going to say?
I was trying to say I got it from my mama, but I wasn't sure that was a good idea, so that's why it took me 60 seconds.
Anything goes here, folks. Missy gets it with I have to pee. I like it. Next up, what a bad undercover cop posing as a teen says. Hey, kids, want to play the disco golf? Or where?
You said where? I put where.
I feel pretty confident in my answer.
Okay. Looks like Johnny might take that one over Paige Pierce.
She got one audience vote. One audience vote.
All right.
8%.
Johnny gets a quiplash. Anytime you're awarded a quiplash, that means that you significantly out-answered or outperform the other person's answer.
We like to say the first game is a good warm up. You know, it doesn't really count too much. We'll really get into this the second and third game. The worst thing to smell as you get into your car: dog poo bag in your disc bag or mashed banana. Who would
got some dog lovers?
Yeah, got some dog lovers. So I suppose if you're golfing with your dog and you take the poo bag, you put it in there, forget about it.
Missy against Tom, and
Tom takes it.
Nice one.
I just won.
Have you ever found one in your bag, a poo bag?
Oh yeah.
There's more.
A brand of pants for mermaids. Not putter pants, anything but putter pants. Or Levi's wide fins.
How do you think? I mean, I don't think.
Paige went with you, but everyone else went with me.
Yours was a better. I didn't have anything. That's a good answer.
I didn't read
Johnny V with a good answer.
Johnny V with a good answer. All right.
Next. All right,
that
guys.
is the end of round 1. We're going to see where the points stand right now. With just 6 of us, these rounds are going to move much quicker. Johnny V followed by Missy, then DG Guy and Tom.
All right, so round 2
Did
is...
you guys answer 2 questions?
Yep, everybody answers 2 questions.
Yeah, as soon as you hit...
I answered one.
You answer it, and it should pop up with another one immediately right after. You should have one on your screen right now.
All right, so now we are 2 more questions. The audience question, a little known fact: a secret area in the White House is known as the... The audience can play that game, and while our contestants can answer the 2 questions on their screen as they come up.
I don't know. Could be it.
I'm not going to encourage people go with the the toilet answers, but usually they vote well.
What? Did you do a better one than where?
I mean, I at least answered the question this time. So.
Yeah.
We have 25 seconds, so take your time. We see 4 people are in: Johnny, Paige, Alyssa, Missy. So we're missing Terry and Tom. Terry, there's DG Guy. Whoa, easy. Tom's got 10 seconds to finish his answer. Missy's critiquing him right now, trying to...
My heart is pounding. I don't know what is happening.
This is intense.
Yeah, this is... Yeah. You think the Pro Tour is tough? Right here. This is where it's at.
Okay. If a job interviewer asks you, what's your biggest weakness, always say, putting or my knees. I get so weak in the knees. Little SWV.
Yep, Sisters with Voices. I knew where you were going with that one.
I guess. Never mind.
2 seconds. Everyone gets to vote. I'll split the people, but the audience goes with Tom.
Both good answers.
So everyone gets some points. Just Tom gets a little more.
I got some points though. Yeah, but that was clever. Come on.
It was clever.
They were both great. Okay, you know you have a messed up kid when they give you a crayon drawing of an invisible drawing or their other daddy and mommy.
Oh my god.
I feel personally offended here. I'm just saying.
Why is that?
No reason. Wow, those are both
Is it because you were adopted?
answers. Yes.
Oh,
I didn't
answer.
Wow, lack of voting here. Johnny V barely
You're gonna vote
takes
for me,
it.
and then you didn't do it.
Now, the one thing is you don't get a chance to vote for your own question, just
Yep.
so you guys know that.
Right.
And apparently, if you take too long, you don't get to vote at all.
Yes, you have like 8 seconds or so. Explain how babies are made in 3 words. In, out, wah! I don't know if that's a pleasureful wah or a crying wah, but I'm going to go with crying. Or dad loves mom. How would you read that wah?
Wow, is this? Who is our audience right now? I feel like these are a little bit appropriate.
Inappropriate is perfect for this show. We're okay with that.
Thanks, Terry. I appreciate that one.
I
That's a good one.
Question, I think it's number 4. The title of a musical you're glad doesn't exist. Fiddler on the Basket or Phantom of the Sewer?
Okay.
Yeah,
I like fiddles and I like baskets, so
I mean,
not a good one there
yeah.
for me.
Well, I know I've got Paige's vote then.
I don't.
But I'm the only one.
I love fiddle there.
It was close, though. I just barely edged out Tom.
Wow, the audience goes with Johnny V on that one. The name of a snobby hair salon for cats. Pretty Kitty Perm Salon or No More Hairballs?
I love Pretty Kitty Perm Salon. I think that is one of the most funny ones we've ever had. We've had some good ones. Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Well done, Terry. You deserved that one. But the audience didn't go with you, so you barely edged out Missy. You won, but just barely. Missy collected a lot of points.
I'll take it. Thanks. Audience are jerks.
The audience
Something that even a raccoon wouldn't eat. Hot dogs. You know what those are made of. Or cottage cheese. One of those I eat, one of them I don't. So.
Raccoons. Audience is coming in with their votes.
You wrote cottage cheese.
Looks like you guys taking this one over Paige.
I only had Uncle Buck in mind, the old movie. You're too young for that, Paige. That was my Uncle Buck reference.
All right. That's the end of round number 2. We're going to move into round number 3, which is slightly different. It's our final round of this particular game. Everybody gets the same question. And afterwards, you'll vote on your top 3 answers. Oh, maybe it's only 2 with this many people. But round 3, the last lash. So I'm going to make this full screen because sometimes it's a comic. Sometimes it's a acronym you need to make up. We're not sure exactly what we're going to get. It's a word lash.
Here we go. Everybody's got the same one.
Yep, so everyone's answering the same question this time. Come up with a new TV show with this word in the title. Dork. A new TV show.
What? You did it already?
Yeah, what was
dumb.
dumb.
Come on.
Wow, Tom and Alyssa.
Yeah.
This is not a game. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna do that one.
If I win, I get that point.
All right, Johnny's just waiting on Terry to finish off.
I don't love it.
I don't know if anyone loves
it.
We'll see. We'll see what the answers are. Now
Here
remember,
we go.
you're going to vote on your top answers. So multiple
Oh, we vote
answers.
on that.
Yeah, now everybody votes on your top answers. Wow, there's one that I had and deleted in here that's still showed up. That's funny.
All right, everyone gets to vote for 3. Our audience will be voting as well. Some of the answers: Dorky Pig, Quantum Dork, Disc Golf Dinks and Dorks, Dork and Mindy, The Legend of the Hidden Dork, The Girl Next Dork.
All right, so our votes are all in. This will also go to the audience, and this should probably determine our overall winner on the night.
Whoever gets the best answer will get 4,000 points, I believe. So we're going to see how these stack up. It looks like DG got AV getting 3rd, Missy taking 2nd, and it looks like Missy taking first. No, maybe that's AV. It's hard to tell. Yeah, those are close.
I think we just need to wait.
No, I like to.
I can't read any of this.
You can't read how high there?
No. Wow, Alyssa
with the 3,000 points is going to be enough.
Where this shakes out. Alyssa's on the 3rd card, making her charge on the back 9. What's going to happen? Where's she going to finish?
No, Missy jumps into first place with Tom. Wow.
Wow, not quite enough. One birdie too late there.
There's our leaderboard.
Wow.
Well done,
Oh, wow.
Missy and Tom.
In New York. Okay.
They're the game masters. They're the game
Nice.
masters.
Oh, well.
All right.
But now that we understand, I know you guys got off to a slow start over there on the West Coast, but everyone understands the rules now. As we say, the first game is a nice warm-up. Games 2 and 3 are what really count.
Who on that last game put Dork and Mindy? Tom? Okay. I had that, and I deleted it,
really?
and I went with my answer.
He was so quick.
Yeah, that's what I had, so that's kind of funny. And I copied and pasted it, because if I didn't come up with something more clever, I was going to then put that back in. And I should have stuck with it. It was a good answer. All right, guys, that's one game down. We play an entire set, so 3 games overall. That is 1 game down. We do the same for games 2 and 3, and then ultimately Quiplash gives us an overall winner. So, is everybody ready for game number 2?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to game number 2, where the players are the same.
All right, here we go, folks.
Our audience can join in. Remember, that's the SmashBox, Jackbox.tv. Only 1X, unlike the cool kids. And the audience code is BMIJ. Contestants, get ready for your first question. Should be coming up here any second.
Oh, I'm still nervous.
We're going to see if the West Coast is truly the best coast.
Hey-oh.
Or if the East Coast.
Okay. Nailed it. There we go.
All right. The audience gets to answer a question. The audience question is the least appetizing name for a restaurant. We'll let the audience guess that while we do ours. Take your time. We have 50 seconds. You have almost a minute to answer. No rush.
Kaboom.
Yeah, good one.
All right.
Yeah, good one.
We're just waiting for the East Coast right now. There's Missy, winner of our first game.
Wow.
Nice
work.
10 seconds for Tom.
Just to see if you think it's funny. Mine's not funny at all.
Alyssa, Paige, are you guys happy with your answers?
You know.
I think Alyssa was quoted as, mine's not funny at all.
Oh. A bad thing for a TV meteorologist to say during a tornado warning. We might be in Kansas after this. I'm not sure where it's headed. I like them both.
You gotta vote.
Yeah, both good.
Both good.
We'll see what the audience likes. They're getting their votes in. This is Alyssa versus Paige.
Oh, the contestants go with Alyssa.
Oh.
Audience can't quite get Tom out of it. Well done, Alyssa. Question
Very
number
good.
2. A rejected name for a Crayola color. Booger green? Missy Mango hot mess.
Missy Mango.
Sounds like a bad name for a crayon.
I don't know, but
I don't know.
Booger or
Rejected
green,
name, I don't know.
You get some picky.
DG guy taking that one.
I got you, Tom.
It's tough. It's been a long time with that one.
You can get this one.
All right. When on the subway, it's polite to give up your seat to the nearest puppy dog, the rat carrying a baby. I feel like we have a geographic influence here.
Yeah, one side doesn't have subways. The other does.
Yeah.
That's not true. California has some subways.
You didn't vote.
Missed it.
Oh, I got Missy, though. I got Missy.
All right.
Yes.
The dog lover does not come through on that one. The rat carrying the baby. All right, the next question. In the near future, scientists will discover that dinosaurs actually left willingly or took less time than Nico to putt.
Dinosaur. Dang, I like both of these.
They might still be around if they took less time than Nico to putt. DG guy. Play into the audience.
Yeah.
Are dinosaurs slow?
That's the one I didn't think that was funny, but I thought it would be like the biggest change of events. Like, no, they actually left because they wanted to.
I like it.
I think this one's appropriate. How do you know your RV is haunted? Ghosts? It smells like farts, and it wasn't you.
Damn it.
We'll see which RV contestants entered this one.
Your RV's haunted. Ghost. Let's go. Come on,
Miss.
that's too obvious.
And Missy.
Nice job,
takes that
Missy.
one over Paige and gets a quiplash. Solid answer.
250-point bonus.
That's the equivalent of getting an eagle out on the course.
The final question. Something an overexcited fan would yell at a tense dog show. Rough! That bitch is gonna win!
Oh my god! You guys did not clarify to me that we could say stuff
You can
like
say
that.
whatever you want, girl.
This is whatever you want.
When have you ever held back, Paige?
Valid.
Every time I'm on Smashbox.
You never need to hold back on Smashbox, but less tonight. Whatever you want to say goes tonight.
Johnny
Wow.
B with a solid answer. Almost like a double meaning and stuff. Good job.
Almost. The clever.
All right. We'll check the scores after round one of game number 2. Johnny V in the lead, DG guy, and was that Missy in third?
Yep.
Here we go. We're same exact format. We're going to move on. All point values are doubled.
Oh, yeah.
And get your answers in.
Do not censor yourself, Paige Pierce. Do not censor yourself. The audience play-along question is the most obnoxious name someone could give their kid. I think we just saw that with Elon Musk.
I regret it. You put something bad. You put something bad.
It's okay. We've got 50 seconds. Take your time. Come up with good ones. Remember, for the most part, you're playing to the audience.
I hope my audience isn't from Texas.
I can't actually type this.
Well, let me see.
You can type whatever you want. It's your sponsor you need to answer to.
Right?
No, they say don't hold back, but hold back.
Wow, that must be really bad then.
Like the whole...
Oh, I don't know the answer to this one.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know.
All right. I think I got that one in. At the last second.
We will see. Here we go for round 2 of game number 2. The first thing the ugly duckling did after turning into a beautiful swan. A TikTok dance or got a sugar daddy? Both are great.
That's yours? Nice.
Missy, are you on TikTok?
Kate has voted for mine every time.
I am not yet.
Is Tom?
No.
Oh my god, Tom.
Please tell me.
Oh, and it looks like... Oh, and Tom takes down Alyssa with the audience vote. Very nice. Close battle.
I want to see Tom do some TikTok dances later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
After show.
We'll
A
get
nutritional fact you'd find on a can of whoop ass. Vitamin D or 50% whoop, 50% ass. Wow, it's even. It's evenly spaced.
Huh.
Is that what you would have?
Very nice. Very nice.
That's funny.
Tom probably gives
How?
Missy.
We split it, but the audience goes with the
Oh.
whoop ass for Missy.
Wow, they like that one. Is that quiplash worthy? Not quite.
Our third question.
Yeah.
A bad lawyer's opening statement to the jury. My client just wanted to tap it in. Your Honor, you are the guilty one.
Better call Saul or something.
DG
Me
guy
against
versus
Johnny V.
Yeah,
Oh,
you deserve to win that one. That was the one I couldn't think of anything.
suck.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The next question is a food truck you might see in Texas. Blank on a stick. Wow. Redneck on a stick or shit on a stick? Wow.
Paige, did you answer this question? Or is one of these yours?
No, I didn't.
All right.
No.
We'll find out.
I mean, it's going to tell us.
You can't hide from us.
Redneck on a stick.
Wow, a dead even split.
Wow.
Dead even.
50-50
Oh.
split audience and
Contestants.
impressive. Okay.
A sign you don't want to see next to a hotel hot tub. Where pleasure is had. Jeez. Lost and found and missing children's poster.
Oh my
All right. I really need to know what Paige wouldn't put on. So I think afterwards we'll get that
We have
answer.
to find out.
We'll get that answer after off camera. Off camera.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Paige takes that one from me. Nice work.
Nice.
Whoa, I did it.
You did. You did.
Pleasure Island. Wait. The hardest part of living forever.
I didn't
Long
get
ear
to-
hair or
Yeah, I did it. Peter doesn't quite get it.
If you're this is going to primarily be useful for the final game, but if you're ever unsure and you can't get an answer in, I think you can hit that safety quip, and that will just enter something in for you. So there's at least words there for what that's worth, but it may be nonsensical.
Round number 3. Remember, everybody's playing the same question. This one is, the first one was a word lash. What's this one? Another word lash.
Final round of game number 2.
So everyone answers. Come up with a hot new website with this word in its name. Sack.
A new website.
A hot new website. All right, Johnny V is in. We have 38 seconds. $30 people in our audience guessing right now. Alyssa, her answer is up on the board. Paige, hers is next. Not sounding too confident, Paige.
Missy's focused.
Missy and DG guy just waiting on Tom. Tom, you got 5 seconds. All right, Tom gets it in there. Everybody gets it in.
Now you will vote on your favorite.
Your top 3 answers.
Wow.
We have sackofshit.org, www.sacksmack.com, sacksfifthave.com, clever, sacks and sacks.com, sack it like it's shot, and sackattack.com.
Sack it like it's. Oh.
Vote on the top 3 answers. Our audience, we have 17 audience votes.
Sacks and.
Sack it like it's hot.
Oh.
You can vote again.
The votes are rolling in. And wow, sackofshit.org's doing quite well.
Nice. Paige looking like she's going to take this one.
Shit.org.
I like the .org. It really puts the emphasis on it.
Yeah.
The org is good. That's what I thought.
The org put it over the edge.
And
It's
our
organization.
overall winner of game number 2, we're going to see a little shifting here. Paige trying to make a charge at the
Missy
end.
again!
Missy again.
Wow, Missy.
Missy the consistent.
Both times Missy has come back to beat me when I was in first place. Missy!
Very nice.
Well done.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm staying on top.
Okay, I mean, you guys are right there on the second card comfortably.
That's right. Ready to make your comeback?
All right.
Boy, you moving.
If you guys are ready for it, we're going to move into the third and final game of the evening. You guys ready?
Sweating.
All right.
Everybody's warmed up?
We're going to see if Missy... Missy, she's sweating.
She's like, oh, I got this.
Tom
Oh,
knows.
gosh.
I can tell.
This is my audience. If sackofshit.org just won, I'm not sure this is my audience.
Fair point.
Yeah, valid. All right, we are ready to play.
We'll see. All right.
Well, now we know the strategy moving into the final game, folks. All righty.
I think I did something
before.
Time for our final game of Quiplash here. 3 more rounds to go to determine our overall champion of the night. Missy with a comfortable lead right now. We'll see how it shakes out.
She is. She's a gamer.
Look how confident Missy is over there.
I'm so hot. I'm so hot right now.
She's on fire.
All right, round number 1.
Tom looks comfortable. I don't know why Missy.
All right, everyone's ready to go.
The audience, play along. The worst song to play when stripping for your lover. The only answer I saw was fat. Johnny V in 40 seconds left. Take your time. 40 seconds. Remember last week we had someone who dominated the first 2 games. What happened to her?
Like Holly or somebody?
No, last week it was Noami Bjerkes.
Oh, yes, last week.
Yep, she did really well the first 2 games and then just kind of fell into a rut that third game. All right, everybody in for our first round.
Here we go. The name of an animated movie that stars a surfing cow. Couch surfer or surf and turf?
That's good.
Wow, that's a good one. I think they're both
Surf
good.
and turf.
The turf doesn't really make sense.
The name of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
DG guy went with surf and turf.
Couch surfers.
Most of it was close, but Tom takes that one.
I got you, Alyssa.
Terry. Thanks, Terry.
What's the real reason the Phantom of the Opera is so moody? All the capes or menopause?
Oh my god.
All the capes or menopause?
How do you say that?
You remember UWM, the guy who used to just wear a cape around the union? He would walk around, he had like a cape and a...
Nice.
Well done. Well done, Paige.
Took it down.
Pierce getting at it.
Menopause winning that one.
It always does. All right. A wise old saying your grandma taught you. Look before you smack someone or get to the poke and hope hole.
Oh, poke and hope, like in disc golf.
Yes,
Yeah.
not the other.
Whatever.
What are you thinking, Paige?
I'm not going to talk about your Mima.
Oh, I didn't answer yet.
Wow.
It was a dead even split anyway between DG Guy and Missy.
I was gonna beat you guys.
I'm sorry. I like mine better than Missy, but whatever.
A terrible trade you could make with the devil. You give him your soul for McBeast mode or part of his. Again, I think someone playing to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
But part of his soul would be the terrible trade. The other one might not be so terrible.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and McBeast mode. Tom making a run here, folks.
It's not a terrible trade, though. That's a good thing.
I agree.
Was it a terrible trade? I don't know. I don't
They
think
didn't read the question, Tom. You got away with one there.
A rule every gardener eventually learns. Never blank the cabbage. Never lick the cabbage or never pee on the cabbage.
Never licked the
Never lick the cabbage after it's been peed on. I think
That's why you always lick before the pee? I don't understand.
Oh,
Terry.
Oh,
I don't know. All right.
people just like peeing and pooping and like.
Yes.
I thought Lick was going to be on that level, though. Can we play another game? I'm going to make all my jokes about poop.
Yeah.
Remember, when buying a new home, always make sure the previous owner didn't leave an upper decker in the toilet or leave hidden cameras, at least in the shower.
Oh. That's gross.
Someone just looked up upper decker at that point. Like, oh.
That's a clever little word.
Johnny,
I
you
just
take
decided
that
I'm
one.
I'll take that one over.
Voting for
You would. You
I went
have
with
the
the
best
potty humor.
You have the best poop jokes.
Apparently I have body humor too.
Johnny gets that one. All right. Is that just round one?
That was round one.
Holy cow. Round one.
Damn.
Tom, followed up by Missy, then Johnny V.
There we go. Moving on to round number 2.
All the point values are doubled, including winner bonuses. Round number 2, we have an audience play along as usual, so the audience gets to answer one of the questions. Their question is a kinky weird thing that does not happen in 50 Shades of Grey, as far as you know.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that.
47 seconds. Take your time.
Oh my god.
I hope there's no judgment on these.
There's never judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. Just like Planet Fitness.
Redneck on a stick.
Yeah, what? You gonna eat a redneck?
What was your website? Bag of shit.
All right, looks like almost everybody's in. All right, Tom, at the last minute.
Gets it submitted.
Yeah, I think
Bring it in.
you just got that in.
All right. The worst place to fall asleep in a back alley or on hole 17. I like both of those.
Both are good.
Worst place to fall asleep.
Yeah. Mine too.
I don't even know.
Johnny V got that one. Hole 17. That a boy.
Thank you. Sorry, Tom.
Tom.
No, it was well played. I was thinking keypad, but I couldn't.
What's that blue liquid in Magic 8 Balls? Pureed Whammo Dis or Terry's Ice Cold Blood?
Tells the future.
This continues the streak of someone using you as an answer every week.
Everybody's so mean to me.
Well done, Missy. Crushed me.
Nice.
Big bonus, too.
Nice work, Missy. All right, moving on to the
Our
next
third question. What is Scrooge McDuck going to give Dewey in his will? Fat stacks of cash and 100% C1 hits. A quacker $1 million. 1/4. Quacker $1 million. 1/4.
Here.
Fat stacks.
DG guy against Paige Pierce.
Yeah,
Oh,
she should take them all.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
I shouldn't have even got that many. Like, instead of a $250,000, a quacker million.
yeah, you had to explain the joke.
I know. It
not
was
good.
terrible. I know. Good job, Paige. I liked yours way better. If I could have voted for you, I would have.
The most common item.
Somebody gave me that. Will I'd be happy.
Yeah, no kidding. In the lost and found box in hell. Just H.
What?
Which could be heroin. I don't know. That's what they call H. Or dirty underwear.
Or hydrogen. No, hydrogen.
Hydrogen, helium. Yeah. H. Hydrogen.
Lost and found in hell.
Hope. Could have been hope.
Tom did not get his answer in. So Missy crushes him.
Oh, Tom, you're not helping us. Missy already has a lead, and then
He's
you give
throwing
her...
it. I think he...
Oh, you guys are
Did
throwing
you see her
it.
slap the phone out of his hand before?
You guys are just
Was
like,
my
go
fault.
Team New York. The only thing you can remember from inside the womb.
Oh, you wrote
Poking or it's warm in here.
I think Missy's is it's warm in here. She's been the one complaining.
Poking or it's warm in here.
Yeah.
Wow, these two go head to head.
They split,
And-
but
Wow.
Paige just barely edges her out.
Oh.
Wow.
I was like, that's the
That's funny. You and I agree with Alyssa on that one. The anti-drug "Just Say No" campaign should be updated to the "Why Not" or "Smoke 'em if you got 'em, man."
Oh man.
The Smoke 'em if you got 'em, man campaign. Very nice. 15 audience members, 17
Why not?
voting.
That is great. Like if you just saw it and it was like, why not?
Why not?
Oh man.
Oh, I should
All right.
have done
Yeah,
that.
that was
Terry gets a
good.
little
That was
bonus
good.
too.
Sorry, I had to
Yeah,
flash
they're
you.
both good.
I got lucky.
That's the end of round number 2. We're gonna see where the scores stack up.
I have a pretty good idea already.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Missy jumping into first, followed by Paige, and then Johnny V. All right. This is our
it.
third round. We need to take down Missy. Tom, if you can take the phone away from her, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get in her way.
Just screen lock her phone. Screen lock her.
This is a word lash again.
Lock blocker or whatever they say. I don't know.
Come up with a new sport with this word in its name. Tooth. Come up with a new sport with this word
Terry,
in
don't
its
put 230.
name. 230. Got an answer, but I don't want to submit it yet.
So bad.
Right? These are.
There we go. That's better. Missy's in. Johnny's in. Everybody jumps in at the last minute.
No, we had to.
Yes.
All right, the answers: Settlers of Toothan, Tooth or Dare, Tooth L, Sabertooth Tiger Dodge, Rednecks Find the Tooth Fairy. The tooth is rift. Rift.
Go with the redneck again.
No. Didn't work last time for me.
Very important question here tonight, as this could very easily secure Missy Gannon's championship here on game night if she has at least
We've
a
never had a
mediocre
sweep.
answer.
We've never had a sweep.
Oh.
Wow. She's going for the first ever game night sweep.
Now, to be fair, this is the least amount of contestants we've ever had. But
Oh, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude.
Damn it, Missy.
Look at those stats she's
taking
getting.
it down.
What the?
Wow.
Tooth or Dare?
Oh,
How?
Tooth
I just thought that was
or Dare?
tooth easy.
I thought that was tooth easy as well.
Well, sometimes simple's the way to go.
I guess so.
There's no doubt.
There's no doubt.
She had the lead. She birdies out. I think our champion is going to be obvious here tonight. Way to invite her. To be fair, Missy, you were the first person that Paige suggested when I had reached out to her, and I think Paige is now regretting that. Thanks, Paige.
Come on, I know things sometimes.
Very nice. So our leader and overall winner tonight, Missy, also taking the average score. Sometimes those the winner of all three games doesn't necessarily equal to the highest average score, but tonight it does for Missy. Johnny V in second, Disc Golf Guy in third, Paige, Pierce, Tom, and AV rounding out the second card. Nice work. Wow, we got to start with the champ. I don't know if we can go anywhere else. Missy, where does this quiplash wit and humor come from?
I don't know. I it's just like usually the first thing that comes into my head, but like a couple of those maybe work, which I didn't like so much. But yeah, I don't know. I'm funnier than maybe people know. So, maybe I don't know.
And more humble.
Yes. So, what was some of your preparation for everyone at home? You know, they're not sure. They've never really played Quiplash. What was your prep coming into this tonight?
So I watched a few. I haven't. So I did my due diligence, and I kind of like saw that it was just like, don't take it too seriously, or literally just like whatever pops into your head, or like the stupidest silly things sometimes actually work out. So I guess I did a little bit of prep, but I don't know. I like these kind of games.
What are you practicing?
I have a lot of time on my hands, babe.
Tom, did
Practicing for game night.
Tom, is this in any way symbolic of how other game nights or challenges between the two of you go as a married couple?
Well, we play a lot of cooperative games, so which is usually for the best.
Well, when you got a ringer like that, it seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, out on the West Coast, Alyssa, Paige, what are the takeaways here? Let's start with you, Alyssa. You said maybe if you were to play again, you'd have a slightly different angle or game plan. Is that a fair statement?
I think so. I think I would use as many poop and shit type words as possible, because Upper Deck, I saw her vote, like immediately she saw Upper Deck and bam, that was her choice. Like, so I guess that's the way to go.
Johnny V.
Paige couldn't keep herself from the poop jokes. Paige, what you said you were feeling maybe a little reserved off the bat. If you started over, would things be a little raunchier, a little racier?
Oh, definitely. Well, for starters, I didn't know there was a timer, and on the first game, I didn't even get either of my answers in, so that was kind of a problem.
Oh.
But yeah, when I saw the B word fly up on there, I was like, whoa, this is a different kind of game night than I thought was going down. So yeah, hindsight, I would have definitely push the envelope a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, SmashBoxx doesn't. Well, I guess sometimes we're a little bit conservative, but we're here to have a good time. Okay,
That's right.
Okay,
We're open. We're open to all. You know, it's not necessarily a family night. It's family fun, but depends on your family.
So I've got to say this, Missy, from night number 1, we kind of joked about, as the game season comes to a close, we should pull in some of our highest scorers and best performers.
She's not welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even get invited back with the dominance that you showed here tonight. Is it fair? Would you like to come back if we put a tournament of champions on?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like my dream to be on Tournament of Champions for Jeopardy, but I know that I'm not smart enough for that, so this would be perfect.
I think the ranking goes Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, us.
Yeah.
It's right there. That's the level.
Would you guys, and this is totally optional, last week we got in a bonus game, would you guys have any interest in playing one more round? Not 3 full games, but one more round, or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Sure, we'll do one more round. With 6 people, these go a lot faster. Normally,
we're starting fresh too, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna play one round though. We're not gonna go. One set of 3.
It'll keep track of the score, but we're gonna start this from scratch. This is it. We're gonna.
I like to think of this as you get done with the tournament, you're like you had a good finish, or you're really excited about it. The tournament's over, but you're like, oh, there's still plenty of daylight out. It's gorgeous. We've got a beer. Let's go out and play like 9 more holes.
Get a quick 9 in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, break her fingers. Okay. I think.
All right. I'm gonna hit same players.
Yeah.
We are gonna start our next round in 3 seconds. Round number 1 of game number 4. The last points don't matter. Everybody against Missy. That's the rule.
Have you heard this?
And here we go in just a moment.
Cheating.
We're not quick.
The handcuffs are off, Paige. It's all you, girl.
That's right.
She's got to go into her naughty words dictionary. All right, here we go.
As always, the audience will have a play along. A good way to get fired. That's the audience play along.
That's bad. It's too dirty.
Those words can never be said on SmashBoxx.
This is so bad.
Listen, it's after 9 o'clock. All the kids have gone to bed. No sponsors are watching. I promise.
Yep.
We've blocked them all. Johnny, Tom, and Missy all in the clubhouse.
I can't believe I'm gonna write this. Like,
she submits it. Paige in the clubhouse. AV. We're just waiting on Terry.
mine was dirty.
Mine was dirty, like, no matter how you think about it.
Me too. I wonder if you got the same one. Yeah, we got the same one.
A clickbait headline about cows. How to get bigger udders fast. Check out this heifer showing her tits.
Wow.
Nice. Those are both great.
That is utterly ridiculous.
So good.
Clickbait headline about cows.
Oh, DG guy going with the...
I felt uncomfortable typing that.
Did you? Well, AV
Looks like
won.
Wow, nice. I like it. Nice work, AV.
All right.
There's a star.
I still feel dirty typing it, though. A really cool thing to be reincarnated as. Paige Pierce Fierce, or a king with a gold toilet. Paige Pierce Fierce or a king with a gold toilet. Here we go.
I pandered on that one.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, come on.
The first
Sorry,
time
Paige.
the poop one didn't win.
Yeah, come on.
Use your notoriety against you.
Yeah.
Poop doesn't win when it's against.
All right. It's a bird. It's a plane. Oh, wait. No, never mind. It's just a bogey or a giant pecker.
A woodpecker. Giant. I mean, it's a bird. It's
Okay.
Giant pecker. I don't know what you guys are looking at.
nice one, Missy. I think Missy's.
Yeah.
Missy takes that one.
Never mind. It's a.
A fun activity that only requires 3 fingers. Jesus. The 3-finger blast. Or 2 with the pink, 1 in the sticks.
Oh, wow.
This went down.
All right, shut it down.
Real
Shut it down.
fast.
End the stream. Our internet went out. Oh my gosh.
Oh, gee.
Oh, and where does it go? Paige Pierce. Wow, we know what wins the audience. Paige Pierce can win over the audience with 2 in the pink, 1 in the
Oh, wow. The quickest way to rid yourself of a tapeworm.
Oh my goodness.
Send a spotter in to go after it. Drink bleach.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I'm
The
crying.
tapeworm, that's actually Paige's next disc.
Send a spotter indigo.
DG guy.
A spotter.
Wow, the audience went with drink bleach. But Terry still squeaked it out.
I again question our audience.
That's a very topical answer.
It is. I
Bleach.
like it. The perfect odd couple pairing: Andy Dick and Martin Luther King, or Mary Vagin.
I like that one. That's supposed to be Mary Vagina because you have Andy Dick. I love that one. Bravo.
That's
That's the perfect odd couple, though.
Yeah, well, it's an odd pairing. It's
Yeah,
opposite.
are we reading?
Uh,
Wow, barely.
just barely edging you out, Missy.
I can't believe I lost with 3
It was supposed to be Vagine, but whatever.
Oh, sorry.
All right, after a rousing round 1,
Yes.
Johnny V in the lead, followed by Missy and then DG Guy.
Okay, just 2 rounds left in this game before we call it a night. Round number 2 here. All the point values are doubled.
Nice.
Store the fingers. Let's go. All right.
Our audience has a play-along question, as always. For them, it's, turns out the meaning of life is blank. Oh, I almost got really mean. That's not good.
I gotta do it.
Wow, I hate my answers. Both of them are awful. All right, Johnny and Tom in the clubhouse. 12 seconds. DG Guy in. Got about 5 seconds remaining.
You can always use a safety quip if you need it.
Oh my
Might not make
god!
sense.
AV, Missy, Paige, just in under.
Oh.
Remember, it will take whatever you have typed in there. So hopefully you had something at least sitting in there.
A good replacement for SeaWorld's whale shows would be Slightly used bongos or the porcupine swimming contest?
SeaWorld's whales.
For SeaWorld's whale shows?
I was stumped on this one.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
You didn't take yours, AV, or what? Or
No, that's not what I put.
You must have bumped the safety quit button then instead
or
of submit.
something. Yeah.
It gave you a fake answer.
It just puts things in there.
What's Kanye West's personal mission statement? Gold digging ain't easy? Sorry, Beyonce had the better album.
His personal mission statement.
Tom should win this. I don't care what the answer is. Tom should be winning this one. Well done, Tom.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah, that's like something that happened once, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Taylor. All right. A line you wouldn't expect to see from a message in a bottle. DTF, find me in the red dress, or you look pretty right now.
DTF.
You look pretty right now, or DTF, find me in the red dress.
With that.
Very nice.
Oh, I love it.
Nice, Paige.
Nice, Paige.
Well done, Paige.
Very nice. DTF.
Yeah.
Next question.
The worst excuse Clark Kent has given Lois Lane so he could go change into Superman. Awkward message?
Or massage.
Oh, sorry. Awkward massage. Sorry. Want to see my dick? Awkward massage.
The worst
Want to see my dick?
I liked them.
Both were good. Both were good.
They were. So, Alyssa, you didn't answer that one?
Okay.
I almost voted. I like that one, too.
They were both good.
Why the Tin Man isn't married. Once he oils up his rusty bucket, he squeaks, or in proper gear.
Trying to fix my spelling.
In proper gear, or once he oils up his rusty bucket, squeaks.
I knew that was yours because you added an extra word in to make it make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I didn't care for it.
Well, you took out Paige on that one.
Sorry, Paige.
Took me out.
Sorry.
What you might hear Big Bird say on his deathbed. Pluck you, you're cool, pluck you. I'm not a quack.
Okay.
I'd have gone with Snuffy did it.
Yeah, I had 0 references. One of those is mine. I had 0 references.
Me
to
too.
Big Bird.
Me
Sorry.
too.
Questions weren't as
Sorry.
good this round.
Nothing Sesame Street related. All right, well, DG Guy takes the audience.
Alyssa.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did you answer 3 of them, Melissa? No, 2. Oh.
No, just
that
two.
was DT.
Yeah, she voted for that one. All right, that's the end of round number 2. We're going to see where the scores stand.
And this final round will determine the winner of the final 9, as I just made up.
Johnny B, DG Guy, Tom, Missy, PP, AV.
All right, here we go. Here's where all the points can be made up during the final Quiplash. A solid answer can move you all the way from 6th into 1st sometimes.
This is an acrolash, so we're going to make an acronym. This is slightly different. Come up with a full name for this acronym. LDR. LDR.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm stumped.
dirty.
That's a tough one.
That was awful for me.
Oh!
Yeah.
That was awful for me.
That's what she said. All right. Look, don't rub. Last drive remaining. Love, don't rhyme. Ladies dance real. Last dick remaining, or licky disc rammer.
I thought of
3.
Oh.
Yep. Vote for your top 3.
Top 3 answers here.
I should not get a single vote.
You were supposed to do that the whole time, like vote on 3 of them?
Yeah, for the final.
For the final round, you always vote for 3 of them. Missy.
How?
Look, don't rub. That's funny shit. I voted for it.
Me too, actually.
I vote for that shit.
I think I was too far behind though.
I don't know. You were in 3rd place, I think.
That might be enough.
That might be enough because mine was awful.
Going for the clean sweep here, possibly tonight.
Oh no, you were in 4th place.
606,660 points. Johnny V.
I'm evil.
tough last question.
Johnny gets under par for the first time in 2020. All right, folks.
Ouch.
Look at the scores. Missy, Johnny, DG Guy, PP, Tom, and Alyssa. Alyssa, do you think on one of those you just simply hit enter or safety quip or something?
Yeah, because I have no idea what the answer was.
Oh.
Like I had put something totally different. I must have just accidentally hit the
safety
whatever that button is at the bottom.
Careful with the fingers.
Yeah, we don't want any. Never mind.
Those 3 fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, it's.
I think we had enough finger jokes. Maybe not.
Was it the 2 or the 1 finger that messed you up? I'm not sure.
Wow.
I mean, that one just sets you up. What were you supposed to put for that? Like.
There's only one good answer.
No, you could have went with something ukulele or guitar related. I mean, violin.
No, you couldn't.
A lot.
I expect more of you, Alyssa. All right, guys. So we're going to start to wrap things up. Let's start with Alyssa and Paige. You guys, of course, out in California, we've talked about that. But hopefully things start back up here soon, and you'll have slightly fresher remodeled vans. Is that where we're at? Like, what's the plan there? What should people expect? Are we going to get a brand new In the Van series out of you?
Actually,
yeah, I've been recording everything kind of along the way. We're going to do like a wrap up of like a before and after kind of thing of both vans, because they both got totally remodeled, especially Paige's looks totally different. So yeah, you're going to be able to see that on my channel. I'm going to have a whole van life, van perks thing so you can see the process and how amazing it looks now.
I can't wait for you to see it, Missy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The one thing I'd ask about that, as you guys, you had the van build, and now you're, working on some modifications, remodel. Do you feel like you are as educated as anyone about like what people should be thinking about when building out their vans for touring now, Paige? I mean, you're with all the experience you have. Would you consider yourself like a go-to source now?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, I think anyone that's really like lived in a van definitely can tell you like the pros and cons and like what they wish they would have had and, like the best parts of it and stuff. I think that, yeah, I could be a reliable source for like someone who's trying to do van life. Definitely.
One super easy tip that you start with, like what would be if you had to give one, and it can be really high level, like whether it's the size or year or brand or anything else, one really high level tip that you'd give?
Well, if we're talking about specifically for disc golf, I think the disc golf tour, which I'm sure that most people watching this that's their dream, is to go on the disc golf tour. So I would say to put 2 fans in, and maybe even 3 or 4. You can't be cool enough. I think that our tour sets up to where it's hot every single weekend. And there's a lot of like when you're looking for van life stuff on YouTube or Google or whatever, it's a lot about like staying warm and, you know, making sure your water doesn't freeze and this and this and this. But during the disc golf season, we are always somewhere hot. We're never somewhere cold. So if you're talking about disc golf touring, I would say just staying cool. And for me, I only put one fan in my van and it was a total disaster. So Nate put in another fan last week. So I got 2 fans now that circulate, and I got a window and I have some fresh air in there too.
Awesome. I think I've heard you say that a number of times, that having that second fan or not just going with one fan would be the one thing you do. So
it's the worst when you wait. I mean, for the women, it's well, nowadays it's different, but like last year and the year before when we tee so early, it's not so bad. But like if we were now this year when we're teeing off late, you're like, oh cool, we get to sleep in. You can't sleep in if you were waking up and the sun's just beating down in the van and you can't stay cool. It's like you're up no matter what.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're excited to see that. We're excited to hopefully see you guys both out on the road. Or Alyssa, if you said, like you said, you might come back to Wisconsin for a little while. You're no more than an hour from Johnny and I, and right. We know that you and your dad and everyone else are doing great things here in Wisconsin. Alyssa, do you have anything to add to that? Like what's going to, you really talked about a change for yourself this year as to what you're focusing on. If you do come back to Wisconsin, is that to take some time off, or is that to pursue music, or what would the reasoning be?
Yeah, so I'm coming back so I can be in one place, and I'm filming a series on the healing power of music. And number one, I just want to be in one place so I can be filming and editing that and like really diligent about it. But there's a lot of people and my family members and people in Wisconsin that I want to interview for it. My whole family plays music, so I want to have them in all of it, and it's just easier to be there with them. So that's really why Wisconsin, and to just play music with my family.
Awesome. All right. Well, cool. Be very safe. Hopefully, like I said, we'll see you back here. And then also on the tour, but you guys go a little different route in that I've seen a camper and bikes and dogs and a little bit more of a spread out operation. Missy and Tom, I guess explain how you guys do it and how you guys are maybe a little bit different when you're out on the road and how you're doing your sleeping arrangements and such.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot because there's so many, when you write it all down, there's so many pros and cons to both setups. We love the ability to disconnect from our camper and have our car to kind of go and not have to like break down anything in the camper or, secure stuff. So that's been a really nice perk, but there's definitely a nice like semi-incognito feel to having the van as well. But yeah, we love our little camper. It's pretty easy to find places to park and sleep. I mean, most Walmarts, or there's plenty of apps that you can kind of go on and figure out where there's free camping or where people allow, campers to park. So yeah, it's worked out pretty well. There's only been a couple of times where I feel like we've sort of had to scramble or figure something out. But for the most part, it's been working out really nicely. And we do have the dog. And so the nice thing about the camper is that it does have an AC unit, which we can run off of, either regular power, like camper power, or we have a generator too that is strong enough to run the AC. So, when we're out on a round and we have to go and leave our dog for like 3 hours or so, it's nice to have that assurance that the AC is going to be on, it's going to stay cool in there. So that's been definitely a perk for having a dog on tour, and just nice in general. I mean, who doesn't love the AC when you can get it? But so yeah, it's been really fun. It's we're just waiting to try to get back out there, but also, we want to be safe and we want it to all be good to go before that happens. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, before we let either of our two sets of teams go, Missy, Tom, how can people support you guys out on the tour? What are some ways that they could in any way support you by purchasing goods and wares and things like that, what do they need to do?
Yeah, so I have a Tour Series disc, the Tour Series Undertaker, and luckily Discraft has been able to kind of get back up and running. So I think those are releasing on May 22nd, I think at like 10 a.m. Eastern. So definitely be on the lookout for those. They've only been limited release so far, so it's been really hard to get your hands on all of the Tour Series discs. So yeah, so far they've gotten great reviews, all of the Tour Series discs, and yeah, I'm just excited to have more people get their hands on them. So definitely they'll be available at Discraft. Also, local disc golf stores should be able to order them and have them in stock as well. So so that's the biggest way that you can support me. And just support my sponsors because they help me out too. So OTB Discs, Grip Equipment, who else? Birdie Fuel, I just picked them up, so that's like a cool new sponsor for some coffee. So yeah, they're really helping me out this year, and yeah, then,
awesome.
If you support them, they'll support me.
Exactly, support those who support us.
I'm really excited for her Tour Series disc because I just picked up an Undertaker last year for the first time. I think it was an ESP one, and it crushes. I love that disc, so I want to try more different styles of Undertakers at this point. So I'm really excited for that.
And Paige and Alyssa, both of you are constantly working on things. You're always honing your craft on the course, both of you, but also other endeavors. So how can people support both of you guys?
I think with your website not up right now, the best place for both of us is Patreon. Mm-hmm. And I think the coolest thing about that is it's not just like you're just giving us money. Like we're interacting, and it's a place that like you can interact with the other people who are also Patreons, but then you can also have a direct line of communication with both of us. Mm-hmm. And like we're checking that more than we're checking our email, more than we're checking Facebook Messenger. You can actually have a direct line of communication with us, which is really cool.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. And then Paige,
Patreon for sure.
Same thing for you though, in that Tour Series discs as Discraft is back in full swing. I know I got that email as a distributor of theirs. They're going to be back in full swing, offering up all of the Tour Series discs for all the players. And then once that happens, your site will also get replenished as well, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I try to like post about stuff that I got going on all the time on my Instagram. So I would say to go onto my Instagram, and I'll just be posting pretty regularly of what's going on. Danny at OTB, I'm also sponsored by OTB. He's running a special disc very soon. So that's coming. And yeah, like Alyssa said, my website's down right now. So right now, all of my stuff is actually on resistancediscs.com, which is Jeff Corns. He runs the Discraft Mobile, like the RV and stuff. So he has all my stuff on there right now, all my hats and stuff like that. So, but yeah, just, I guess, discraft.com on May 22nd. I'm very excited for the Buzz to be my Tour Series disc. It's really, really cool because, I mean, that's Discraft's most popular mold. And yeah, I just couldn't even believe it when they said that I could have the Buzz. So I'm really loving that one. I've been throwing Missy's and mine a lot lately. And yeah, I'm just excited to get that like mid-range and fairway lineup really dialed in. And yeah, I've been throwing that Undertaker big time. And yeah, Patreon is, I would say, the best answer I could give. I think I've been doing like monthly like forum analysis for my Patreons, and they get like a package every other month, and like a live stream once a month, and lots of other things on there. So just check out my Patreon and see the different levels I have available and stuff. And yeah, thanks for everyone for the support so far.
Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll see things back up and running soon. I know the PDGA is working on it. I know all of our event organizers, the tours, so on and so forth. Everyone's trying to get things in line and see if we can, I think we're going to have a busy golf season whenever it does kick back off safely. Hopefully it's going to be a jam-packed one. And I know fans and players alike are all seemingly ready to go. Everyone has to throw some Frisbees around. All right, guys.
Absolutely.
We thank you so much for joining us. Well, maybe not you, Missy. You're too dominant. But
I think OTB is going to release a new disc just for her, the Quiplash Champion. So go look for that out there and support Missy.
Absolutely deserving a dominant performance here tonight. But thank you. I know all of our fans, all the people that watch us after the fact, and our live audience here tonight, we all thank you guys so much for taking out the time and joining us for this new segment we've had these last few weeks in Game Night. So have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for having us, Terry.
It's really
Good
fun.
night, guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good win, Missy.
All right, again, Missy,
Wow.
Tom, Alyssa, and Paige. Great group to have here tonight. Fun to, again, see the strategies unfold, and I think both Paige and Alyssa opened themselves up to different ideas and strategies as the night went on. Well, Missy just had hers dialed in from day one, or from the very first moment. Actually, she knew whatever her intuition, whatever her gut told her, she went with. So, and it paid off handsomely for her. So nice work tonight there, Missy. Johnny, I don't know if there's any questions we could quickly take off the board. Other than that, we're going to get moving here pretty soon. But I did want to say that earlier when I was talking to Missy, she's part of the Disc Golf Pro Tour putting virtual putting championships that's taking place. We know that kicked off last night. They had their piece going on again tonight for some more of the men's bracket. Tomorrow night and Saturday night, I think, we're going to see golf.
And at some point, you're going to join them. Is that correct?
That's the plan as of maybe tomorrow night. I think I'm going to step in with Mahmood and, basically just lob up some questions, talk to these guys as we watch them go through the various processes of the semis or quarters or whatever.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bracket thing, and it all, funnels one way or another. So, I'm going to step in and enjoy some of that. And I've heard some other exciting, fun putting challenges that are taking place all around. So if you can see one or jump into one, you certainly should. They've been a lot of fun for everyone. So Chris Cobb's out on the board. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Thanks for always being a gracious moderator and playing along with us each and every week. We appreciate it, Chris. Hope all is well out there in Arizona. So is there anything else we need to worry about here, Johnny, before we close it out?
I don't think so. Just I know who not to invite back.
Yeah, she's too good.
And if this performance is any indication about how she's going to do putting, look out,
Watch
field.
out.
Look out, field.
She gone. All right, we're going to close it out. Thank you, everyone, all of our live viewers again, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate you guys doing this and joining us, as Game Night is really something that was just thought up here by Johnny V a few months ago, and we're glad to bring a little extra entertainment on random on Thursday nights here for you. Get a little more personality that we get to enjoy from our top players and promoters. So for Missy, Tom, Alyssa, Paige, Johnny V, and myself, Terry Miller, the Disc Golf Guy, that's been Game Night number 7. We'll see you on Tuesday night for our regularly scheduled podcast. That's going to be podcast 298. We'll see you then. You step inside the Smashbox.